What up, though? It's the Eddie Monster Show.
I got style. Got style. Come on.
Yo, yeah.
Titled, Dubai Pays the Consequences for Playing God. Let's check it out.
Just about everybody I know, including myself, hates rainy days. It tends to ruin everyone's plans and makes people feel all tired and lazy, and it just messes up the day. I'm pretty sure many of you have been caught in an unpredictable rainstorm where you get covered in rain out of nowhere. And I bet at that moment, you wish you had a weather machine to control that annoying rain. Imagine how beneficial a weather machine could be, stopping the rain when it's raining too much, or maybe the opposite, making it rain in places that barely get any rain. You'll be able to solve world problems of droughts and floods. If you think controlling the weather is a great idea, you're not alone, as the elite in Dubai thought the same thing. Unfortunately for them, it appears that they're learning their lesson for trying to play God. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Dubai floods and their weather controlling efforts. Let's get right into it. If you have been watching the news or have been on social media lately, then chances are you have seen videos of the flood that's currently taking place in Dubai.
Scenes in soaked Dubai tonight look apocalyptic. Roads turned into rivers, trees barely still standing as wind sends debris flying. The tarmac.
Man, this is the desert. This is the desert. Look at the airport. The airplanes landing and look like a river or a lake. The consequences for playing God.
Flooded at Dubai International Airport, the second busiest in the world.
Right now, as we speak, Dubai is dealing with the after effects of this unnatural rainstorm that saw over 2 years worth of rain drop in just a few hours. Reports are calling this the heaviest rainstorm.
2 years worth of rain dropped in a few hours in the desert. Last days. Who live in what's Dubai known for? Super rich. What does the Bible say about the rich? It's easier for a camel to jump through the eye of a needle.
Storm Dubai has seen in over 75 years. This has left a great big city with severe flooding issues. As you can see from this video, the streets are completely submerged in water. Buildings are flooded, cars are being swept away. Dubai's underground metro system is partly submerged in water as well. People's homes have been ruined, and their businesses and vehicles have as well. In one day, most of Dubai was underwater. A great, beautiful city humbled by Mother Nature. Sadly, all those people of Dubai that lost everything can't blame anyone other than nature, as rain is not something people can control, right? Well, not really, as Dubai has been doing just that, trying to control the weather. Specifically, they have been forcing rainstorms using cloud seeding. For those of you who don't know what cloud seeding is, let me explain to you quickly and simply. Cloud seeding is a form of weather control. Specifically, it is the process of forcing rainfall. The way that cloud seeding works, they use planes carrying a chemical solution that they send up to the sky. The plane then targets a cloud and releases the chemical solution directly into the cloud that then forces the cloud to produce rain. CNBC reported that the UAE government performs 1,000 hours of cloud seeding each and every year.
UAE performs around 1,000 hours of cloud seeding to enhance rainfall in Jawanier, and it's all controlled in this building, the National Center of Meteorology in Abu Dhabi, where they track the whole process. We met with a cloud seeding expert to explain how the seeding process works.
We meet with the forecast when we have a good, chance for a cloud. We send the aircraft to that location.
Is it just me, or is this lady talking real fast to where she sounds like she might be a robot or a clone or something to me? It's like
Go under the cloud, the first stage of the cloud, there is good updraft at that time, start to release all the salt, and with the good updraft, of course, it will go inside the cloud and start to condensate, and the droplets will become bigger and start to rain.
The center manufactures a salt substance that helps enhance rainfall. They put them in what they call flares.
They have been practicing cloud seeding since the late 1990s, increasing the intensity of the operation over the last 20 to 30 years. The reason the UAE government uses cloud seeding is to solve the water inconsistencies the country faces. The desert nation employs cloud seeding to increase the amount of available fresh water, as regions of the country don't see sufficient rainfall in certain areas. So they decided to force the rain to happen by using their technology. After the flood took place, many people pointed to the UAE's use of cloud seeding as the reason for the unnatural storms, pointing to the fact that they have been purposely messing with the clouds for years now. This is a claim that the UAE government denies, claiming that the rainstorm was caused due to global warming and climate change, not cloud seeding, going as far as to ensure that cloud seeding couldn't cause such a storm. The problem with these claims is that meteorologists have come out and said that they can't determine if the storm was.
It is not yet possible to exactly quantify how much of a role climate change played. Yeah, whatever. You find something to blame it on other than what y'all are doing. That's the games that the super rich play and the powers that be. That requires a full scientific analysis of natural and human factors. Natural and human factors. So what they did ain't got nothing to do with it. It requires a full scientific analysis of natural and human factors, which can take several months. Not no full scientific analysis of what they did, like cloud seeding, but hey man, you see the games that they play. You have to know how to look at this stuff, man, and look into it and not at it. Cause look at that. That don't make no sense at all. Let's roll.
Caused by global warming as of yet, stating that in order to determine whether global warming played the role, it requires a full synthetic analysis of natural and human factors, which can take several months. So for the UAE government to come out and say it's global warming and deny that seed clouding played a role doesn't seem to be factual. The thing is, if we think logically here, if those in the UAE government are playing God and purposely messing with the clouds, trying to increase rain production, would it be far-fetched to think that the cloud seeding played the role in the unnatural amount of rain falling in the areas where they were cloud seeding?
No, not at all. It would not be. Whatever it is that they are inserting or injecting, however you want to put it, into those clouds, wouldn't it be in the water that's coming down as rain? And what is in that rain? But they don't need to do no full scientific analysis on none of that. It's us or nature, which would be God. Okay. What do the Bible say? Satan goes about being a destroyer, all the while being the accuser.
They were purposely messing with clouds, trying to make more rain happen. Now, they're acting like they don't know while they're seeing 2 years worth of rain falling in just 1 hour.
Right.
It's obvious what they're doing to those clouds.
Exactly.
It's having a negative effect on our world. We have been seeing a lot of unnatural storms, and this could definitely be the cause of that. To me, this is all a clear example of elite, rich, powerful men letting all that money and power get to their heads. They start thinking that having all that money makes them equivalent to God,
right,
and they can go as far as to control what only God has control over.
Right.
To me, the story of the Tower of Babel from the Bible reminds me of the situation in Dubai. In the Bible, it tells the story of the people who migrated to the land of Shinar. The people who migrated to Shinar all spoke the same language, and they decided they will build a great city. While building that great city, the tyrant Nimrod came up with the idea of building a tower that reached the gates of heaven in order to confront God and also to be able to protect themselves from God if he ever chose to flood the world again. The people of Shinar were progressing quickly and were creating a great city in a massive tower. As they were building this tower to reach heaven, God saw this and wasn't too happy about it, so he stepped in before things went too far. God would force the people of Shinar to start speaking different languages from each other so they couldn't communicate with each other anymore. This way, If they couldn't communicate with each other, they couldn't finish building their tower. So the people of Shinar will stop building the tower and will start to scatter around the world. While this story in the Bible is supposed to explain why there's different languages, it also plays as a warning that you can never be God no matter how much power you have. Even if you try to build a tower to the sky to reach God, He will always be there to put you back where you belong.
That's right.
The elite of the UAE government have been trying to play God by controlling the weather. They want to determine when it rains in order to make their country and cities better, not respecting the natural order that God created. They attempted to play God, and in my opinion, paid the price by flooding their great city. What's crazy about all of this is that people on the internet have been exposing the elite trying to control weather for years. These people were called conspiracy theorists and nutjobs for exposing something that these government officials now happily admit to. I know some of you heard of HAARP before, the secret military-funded weather-altering operation that takes place in Alaska. The operation was started in the 90s by the U.S. Navy and the University of Alaska. HAARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, and according to those that run the facility, it researches the ionosphere, which is the highest ionized parts of Earth's atmosphere using frequency. While this is what those working at HAARP claim takes place,
when they do all of this stuff, we fund it. Shit, anything they do, we fund. The government don't have no money. It's our money. They use the money that they take from us in taxes to fund these type of projects.
place at their facility, for years, people have had suspicions that something else entirely is going on over there. That something being weather control. Many people believe that HAARP is a weather machine that is capable of creating natural disasters and storms. People believe that those at HAARP use frequencies not to monitor the weather, but instead control it. Now, this has been denied by HAARP for years. But if you're anything like me, you don't really trust facilities that were funded by the government.
Nope. There go our tax dollars. Look at that big old building, man, and towers look like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. Look at all of those windows and rooms and staff and who built that building? Who wired it up? Who did the plumbing in it? Matter of fact, who did the foundation work before they even started on construction? And then who's filling up all of that space? And who's paying them? And who's paying for everything? You. That's right. But guess what? When you need something, you know what I mean? When you need some help, a veteran, foster children, a black man that want to go to college or something like that, we ain't got no money.
As they tend to lie. If we look at the UAE government's attempts to control weather, why would it be far-fetched to assume the US government is doing the same? People also called MKUltra a conspiracy until some of the sealed documents were uncovered proving the CIA illegally experimented on US citizens trying to achieve a technique for mind control. Just like the UAE government, the US government has also attempted to play God by controlling the weather. This has never surprised me at all, as the elite of the United States and most other countries carry themselves as gods, and it's all because most of our world leaders are Freemasons. The government in most countries is controlled by Freemasons. It is no coincidence that there are Masonic lodges in Dubai. The Freemasons are all about building men spiritually to the level of gods. So it makes sense why world leaders think that they can play God, as that's what they see themselves as. In my opinion, I do believe the use of cloud seeding is what caused the unnatural storm in Dubai.
So do I.
The reason they are cloud seeding to begin with is due to the fact that they don't get enough rain. Now, they want to claim that they're getting 2 years worth of rain in a few hours, and it has nothing to do with their cloud seeding efforts.
Right.
Just like those who work for HAARP claims it has nothing to do with controlling the weather, the UAE government is going to pretend like they have nothing to do with that storm.
That's
but
right.
Be honest with yourself. Do you really believe they would be honest about their involvement? We know the truth. Our world leaders have found ways to control everything about our lives.
Good video. Shout out once again to the Truth Is channel. I'm gone.
I got style. I got style. Come on.
Yo, yeah. together.